Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Fires and fire prevention in the Philippines. Going to show you a couple fires. And here, March is fire prevention month, I guess. And anyway, the other day I thought there was a huge fire. I looked out the window and it turns out this was a big parade of sorts, letting everybody know about the equipment that they have here in Cebu City. Long parade, wandered meandered around through Cebu City for some time, apparently. And anyway, I've seen a lot of fires. I've mentioned to a couple people, my gosh, how many fires have been going on just in the last couple of weeks. And this is one. I live relatively high up, so I'm able to see a lot of these fires. And I've got a Canon SX70 super zoom camera, so I can reach out and get some videos of things that I couldn't otherwise. Like the camera, I had an SX60 that focused better and faster than this one. This one does 4K video as well. It's about the only advantage it has. Costs quite a bit more than the SX60, so if you're looking for a super zoom, I would say get the SX60. Anyway, already in March, 15 fires, 52 million pesos damage to property so far. And a lot of times it's these poor areas, and they pretty much destroy everything that everybody owns in these poor areas. And I kind of wondered about these guys. Apparently they are further away from the fire than what it appears from here, apparently. And I suspect 99% of people here, perhaps around the world, do not have any kind of fire extinguisher on site. And they are thinking, we had Super Typhoon Odette come through here, do a lot of damage December 16th and 17th. And they think some of these did a lot of, perhaps the winds and rain did some damage to more electrical lines, and that is part of the issue why we're having so many more fires. Next month is Easter, Good Friday, Easter, the Christian holidays, and I suspect there may be more fires, a lot of people burning candles, that sort of thing. So one thing I want to bring up is grounding of electrical lines, and I've asked a number of maintenance people. I've lived in 6 different condominiums since I've been here over almost, pretty soon, 7 years. And I've asked them about grounding electrical outlets, and a number of them don't understand what I'm talking about. Some have said, I think 2 of the places I've lived, they actually were grounded, had grounded outlets, and I had just not so long ago, I had a plumber, because I talked to him whether there was an electrician available and what it would take to get my outlets grounded. And he tried to tell me that, oh, they are grounded, sir. But in the end, after talking with him a while, I don't think he understood the process, what was required. So I will hire a proper electrician to get that done. And I've got a number of fires. I may have used a couple of these clips before, I'm not sure. I've had a number of fires just within a block of me, and I've done previous videos. In fact, for those of you who don't know, I've got over 1,000 videos up. I've been taking since 2015. A lot of real estate related videos. People in malls, salespeople grab me and say, sir, come and look at my condominium. And I always have a camera with me. I started taking videos, putting them up, and there was quite a bit of interest in those. Because, when I came here 2015, I asked people, where do you recommend I should live? A condominium, apartment, subdivision, what part of the city, this and that. And nobody had any answers, expats. But I didn't talk to many expats for like over a year, which was probably my one of the reasons. I'm sure they would have had some recommendations, but anyway, started putting those up, and got cost of living videos. I've got resort videos, hotel videos, number of travel type videos. Anyway, and so over in the direction of SM Mall, house going up there, guys out there with pails, buckets of water, trying to put it out themselves. And I doubt many people have any fire extinguishers, which is something I will purchase for a couple people here in town, I believe. I've had a former person that lived in. The problem with a lot of these, this is kind of sitting off by itself. It's amazing it didn't spread much further. But a lot of these fires are in the very poor area, and all these very densely populated areas. And once a fire starts, pretty difficult to get it stopped. And not only that, it's very difficult for the fire trucks to get in there, because all you have is narrow little lanes going in there. So they've got to arrive as close as they can get, and then start splicing, hooking fire hoses together to get into those areas. I have seen people running in and out of those areas trying to save what few belongings that they can save. They set them out on the streetways, and hope that they don't disappear as they go back into their area. Try to salvage more. So as you're looking for a place to stay temporarily or permanently, that would be something to consider. What are the fire risks? What are the typhoon risks? And I've done a couple of videos about risks, earthquake risks, typhoon risks, deciding where to live. And if you'd be so kind as to hit that like button, that helps to promote the channel as well. And comment, it does as well, and even hitting the dislike button. While back, a couple months ago, YouTube quit showing the number of dislikes, and that never bothered me, those numbers, but I can't even see them. I don't know if I can drill down in my information on my YouTube account to find that information, but I get the comments, and I get emails, so I just go with that. You can see a little bit of firefighting going on there. There again, it looks like a very densely populated area, and they're getting in and trying to get on rooftops somewhere near there and do what they can. But a lot of these fires will go for, you read in the paper the next day, they'll go for an hour or two, and then they are considered out. There was one yesterday, in fact, and it smoldered for many, many hours. It started yesterday morning, and it smoldered for many hours into the afternoon. One of the condominiums I lived in, the owner had, and I've seen this a couple places, the owner had kind of tried to block off the smoke detector, I guess, is what it was, smoke or fire detector, and asked him about that. And he said, well, it's all these buildings are made of concrete, so what's going to burn? Bad answer. In fact, the matter is, you've got wood cabinets, you've got fabric, you've got drapes, you've got couches and chairs, you've got your cabinets full of stuff that will burn, and not just the regular smoke, but a lot of those are going to put off very toxic smoke. So you definitely want you want that sprinkler to go on if there is a fire in your place. I had a neighbor at the second place I lived, LaGuardia Flats 1, and a guy or lady, not sure who it was, but their fire alarm was constantly going off. And mine went off once. They're very sensitive, and you'd cook and just a little bit of smoke and it would go off. And security come running up. They must have had some kind of alert system. What's wrong? What's happening? And they had a fine system as well. The first time you're warned, second time it's like, I don't know, 500 peso, $10 fine. Second time, 1,000 peso, then 3,000 or 5,000. And anyway, I don't know if she ever got fined or ever, if she did, if she ever paid the fines, but it, all my other fire smoke detectors never have gone off, causing me to wonder, because I make popcorn occasionally and it can burn a little bit, put out some smoke, causing me to wonder if they're actually working, even though there is a light flashing occasionally, supposedly telling me. I've been told by one maintenance guy, in fact, they did come in, one of my apartment complexes, they came in and they had a policy thing. Once or twice a year, they come in to clean the sensors on those things. Good idea. I had another video, somewhat similar to this. There was another big fire not very far from me, and there were several girls, ladies, up on a rooftop type area, looking down at a fire like that too, and it looked like they were right next to it, and you're thinking, man, they need to get out of that area. And eventually they did, but I have searched and searched and searched, and either I labeled it wrong or I filed it in some location. I've done computer searches. I cannot find that. Anyway, it is what it is. Fortunately, very seldom, surprisingly, very seldom are people killed or injured in these. Forgive the shakiness with this long Zoom. But there was one last year, not very far from me. I think there were 7 people that died, including some children. So, very serious situation. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hopefully we can all travel again without any restrictions very soon. There's another issue some people have brought up, and that's the height. How high do these, if you're living in a high-rise condominium or hotel, how high do those fire engine ladders go if you needed to be rescued? And I've heard about 7 floors. But, that could change. I heard that a few years ago. And they may have ladder trucks that go higher than that now. I don't know. I think there was a while back that some people were rescued with a helicopter, some other city, not here, maybe in Manila. You should have a go bag. There's a couple names for it. You should have a bag packed, so if you've got to run, if you've got to leave, that you've got some emergency supplies. You should have a plan, know how you can exit the building, and at least a couple of ways to get out of your building, hopefully. A lot of these houses, they've got bars on all the windows, and I don't think they're easily removed, so that could be a problem. Anyway, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.